Shellfish, and oysters in particular, are amazing at helping to clean our waters. An oyster can pump 50 gallons of water a day. The water comes into the oyster, and anything that's in the water, algae in particular, stays with the oyster, and the clean water leaves the oyster. And that algae is using all of the nitrogen that we are so worried about being in our estuaries. So once you harvest those oysters, you've taken the nitrogen out of the system.
The problem we're experiencing Cape Cod is an excess nitrogen loading of our waters, and that comes from septic systems, golf courses, lawn fertilizers. That increased nitrogen load creates an abundance of algae, which creates a phenomenon called eutrophication, which is a clouding of the upper stratum of the water table. It prevents light from getting through the water. With an oyster, microalgae is their food. Natural populations of shellfish are at 1% of historic level, so it's important to reestablish those populations to help combat this excess algae.
A lot of towns on the Cape are looking to use oysters to help solve their water quality problems. They do more than just clean our water. Oysters also help stabilize shorelines. So there's a lot of projects going on to restore oyster reefs.
We also have products that help to restore the natural population, specifically called remote set. So we're taking recycled sea clam shell or oyster shell, and we're convincing the oysters to attach to that shell and then putting that in critical areas where we're trying to reestablish oyster reefs. And we've seen great results in many different sites, but specifically Mashpee, where they've completely stopped fish kills in some of their embayments.
I don't think oysters are the solution. The oysters are a good way to get from today to a point where we have clean water coming out of all of our wastewater.